Hello everybody, thank you for stopping by. If this is your first time, my name is Cheryl, and I'm very pleased to meet you. A very warm welcome. And for those of you who are stopping by again and again and again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. For without you, I wouldn't be here. Anyway, I so enjoy crafting along with you. And I just wanted to mention, if you have a YouTube channel, I would so appreciate it if you would leave it in the link below so that I could follow you as well and get some inspiration. Today I am coming on to let you know a couple of things. We'll get housekeeping out of the way first. I haven't had internet for 3 days. It seems to be back up and running, and I did post a video this morning which took 2 hours to upload. I don't know what's wrong, but it could be that our internet still is running a little slow. The other thing I wanted to mention is I've hurt my neck pretty bad. I have degenerative disc disease anyway, and back in August I fell and made the C6-7 a lot worse than it was. And I thought I could get by with what's called a facet joint injection, which did work a little bit and has taken me to this point. You're going to see that my left hand isn't working very well, and I am in really a lot of pain. I can't take pain medication, so I'm using 800 ibuprofen for now, and another medication that my doctor wrote for me just to get me through until I see him next week, my neurosurgeon. I'm hoping another facet joint injection will work so I don't have to have the surgery. Not because I'm a baby, just because it just is such a very hard surgery, a very long recovery, and it's just a mess in there, so he says. Anyway, so if you see me not using my left hand very well, it's because my shoulder and my neck are in a lot of pain and I can't really feel a lot in my hand. So, but I'm going to continue doing videos as best as I can, and yeah, and just join you and be with you because you're my community, and that brings me a lot of joy. So what I'm making is a ring bound journal, and I am so happy to say that it is by Paper Romeo, and they have asked me to come back onto their design team, which I never really left. I just hadn't had a lot of time, and I, you know, between my fall and Christmas and so anyway, I've already started, and I thought that perhaps you'd like to come along. So the name of the kit is Augusta, and I will leave the link in the information box below where it says more. Just click on more, and you'll be able to find all of their Ko-fi. They're on Ko-fi. They used to be on, when I designed for them before, they were on Etsy, but now they have their own Ko-fi shop, which is beautiful. They have all of their digitals ready to download and print. This is Augusta, and it's a story of love and redemption. And Khyati, who's the oldest, I believe, they're 17 and 18, I believe, and they are from India, and they are so dear to my heart. I just give them so much credit for doing this and following their dreams and their heart and their passion for junk journaling, card making, and scrapbooking, and whatever you can do with paper and digitals. They're great digital designers, and obviously this story, this poetic story, was written so well by Khyati's sister that I just fell in love. It's a great love story. Sort of on the Jane Austen, Emma, sort of side. But anyway, I'll show you the pages real quick. It comes with the story pages and also comes with writing pages. It takes place in Ireland. And again, story page, writing page, story page, writing page. And it goes on. What I did was I cut off all the white, and then I just simply folded it in half. I scored it and folded it in half. And then I put all the writing pages and the story pages with the opening to the right. So that's where I punched my holes, was on where it folds. So it will have plenty of stability. For the front cover, this was portrait 8.5 by 11. I sized it down to fit on the front cover of this one, and I did glue the entire page closed. For the other pages, I'll be leaving some open on the side, some open on the top for tags and ephemera. So that is, and the same thing with the back. This was on one of these, sized it down, and then I cut this out and put some gold gilding on it. I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but just some gold wax, and buffed it. And this gives you the story, a synopsis of the story. It's just, it takes place in an enchanting Irish village. Okay, so I've already put lace in between the front page and the end page. And I'll be putting laces and ruffles and things like that. I've already started my tray. These are the fussy cuts that you get with the kit. I haven't finished cutting them all yet, but this is a fussy cut page. I don't remember if there's 1 or 2 fussy cut pages, but so far I've done these. And they're so sweet. It's a pipe, phone I haven't finished yet, cup of tea and a book, and then these. A good idea to get rid of the white. Now this obviously was white and I didn't want to cut all between. I just took my ink brush with very little ink, and on a piece of paper I just kind of did this and got rid of that white, so I didn't have to get in so close. Okay, and I did that with several of them, like this one here. I was able to get all of this, but in order to get this and this, I just used my gold ink. I think I may have used it on a few of these like little pages, just to give it a little bit more of a vintage look. And sometimes I'll do this as well. Let me just get my scissors, because I can kind of see where I kind of missed getting in there. And always turn your image when you fussy cut. It just gives it a nicer, it's easier actually. I could fussy cut all day long if my hand would work. I love to fussy cut, but isn't that pretty? And then a teacup, and all I did was I punched some holes with my bigger needle, put my scissors in, cut around it, and then I put it down on a paper, and I just inked it like this to get rid of any white that I may have missed, because this was the white right in here. Didn't have to do anything to that or that. This I'm going to leave like this because it's got the dome, and I want that to be the glass. The cachet, I think they call them. And then of course I still have to fussy cut all of that, the rose in the bottle, the pipe, and the phone. I actually have a phone just like that in my living room on my French table. So, and then it comes with these pages. So you've got some pages to make tags with. Oh, good. I have another fussy cut page I can use. And then it comes with frames. Oh no, this is the same one, but I can use fussy cuts everywhere. I love fussy cuts. Then it comes with frames. You could always run tea stain paper, this through your printer with tea stain paper, and then, you know, fussy cut out inside here and leave the rest, or however you want to do it. And then these, I'm not going to be using these as a book spine because I'm using ring bound. So these will be bookmarks. Some tags, which I may be fussy cutting. I don't know yet. Oh, book spine. I printed that twice. Then you have some envelope templates to make small envelopes. You have some ephemera templates to put little pieces of ephemera in, like pockets. And this looks like an envelope. This is a pocket. And that's an envelope. You just, you know, trace it onto whatever you want, and then you can make whatever you want. Here's some extra sheets for making different tags and things like that. Then you have labels, just so pretty. And then this is another kit that they have in their shop. I only printed a few pages because I want to make some different things out of this, and I'll be doing that on video. But I didn't go through the whole kit. I just printed a couple of the first 3 pages. So there's that one. This looks kind of like a jar to me, so I'm going to try and fussy cut around that. And I'll show you one of the fussy, yeah, I already did one. This was on one of the pages. And I fussy cut around that because I just thought it would look so nice on one of the pages, you know. So that's another good idea for these, is to cut and fussy cut, you know, some of the roses or what have you. But they're just so beautiful. And that's that. So that's the entire kit, except for a few pages from one of the Valentine kits, and I'll leave all those pages in the link below. I'm not going to be using I am going to be using my crocodile, but I'm not going to be using the grommets. I'm going to be using my beads. And how I make them this color is, oh, sorry about that. I just take my gold gilding wax oh, it's not it. This is it. Take my gold gilding wax, metallic wax, vintage gold, and I'll leave the link on Etsy where you can get this if you'd like to. I've had this for a couple of years, and I'm telling you what, I use it. Oh, sorry. Keep forgetting I can't squeeze or anything with that hand. So I just squeeze a little bit out on my parchment paper. Then I'll take, I haven't quite finished that one yet. And then I'll take a soft cloth. Oh dear. Sorry, let me take it away. That's my ruler. That's my tissue. Where are my tissues? Oh. I usually buff them out with my tissue. You can also do this with metallic paint if you so choose. This is just very easy. Now, you can do this with a with one of these, whatever you call them, Q-tip. You can do this with a Q-tip. Oh, those are already done. I have to go over a few of these because I didn't get them all. I had a little bit of wax left. So you could go over them like this, okay? I had a little bit of wax left on my paper towel. So you can do this with a Q-tip, or you can dip this into this and just rub it all over. it doesn't matter. So what I like to do is, that's just one way. That's a good way to do like around your edges and things like that. If you want a nice little edge of gold gilt. I don't know if that's showing up in the camera, but it's really pretty. So I'm just going to take this and just rub it. I only had a little bit of wax left on those I already used on my paper towel, so that's why I'm going over these. And then you have to let it dry before you buff them. Otherwise you'll buff the gold off. And you can use this on metal, you can use it on wood, paper, anything. It's great. Okay, let me leave that to the side and get one that's blank so you can see that. Where is my package of hole reinforcers? I have packages of everything else, but my home reinforcers, where did I put them? Anyway, you saw how I did it. You can use Q-tip or you can use one of these. Then let them dry completely. Take a soft Kleenex and just buff them like this. And you have some beautiful gold. I don't know how gold they're showing up in the camera, but you have some beautiful gold rings, paper reinforcers to use in your project. And I'm going to set this aside to let these dry. And I'll do pretty much all that I need so that I have them on the ready. Because sometimes I like to glue them on so I know that they're going to stay. Let me just fold this over. And I'll put those in there to let them dry. You're going to need 1-inch rings of the color of your choice. You could use green, brown, gold, brass. These are the ones I have. They are the 1-inch. I don't think the 1/2 inch will work, and the 1.5 inch seems too big. So I'll probably go with the 1-inch. And then you'll need something to be your template so that you know that all of your pages will line up equally once you put your rings in. So all I did was I put this on my page. Now this one was already glued because I put the lace on and I glued it up. It's still a little bit wet, but it's drying. I should put it under a mat just so it's nice and flat. I will do that. So then you want to simply take your clip and clip it there, making sure that it's really in there good. And then clip this. This is 8 inches long, so I went down 1/2 inch, punched it there, and then I went to 4 inches, punched it there, and here I punched it 7.5 inches so that it would have the 1/2 inch at the top and the bottom, or I think 1 inch. What did I do? Or maybe it was 1/2 inch. 7.5. Yeah, so it's 1/2 inch from the top, 1/2 inch from the bottom, and then 4 there. So down 1/2 inch, up 1/2 inch, and then to the 4. And then I put top, bottom, back. just so I'd remember, because I'm going to be using this for all of my pages. So let me grab another clip. You could use a paper clip. You could use one of the clips I just showed you. You could use one of the sewing clips. These clips work really well for me. So I'm going to put that there. So I know that these are nice and tight. This is nice and tight in there. I think because this is such a stiff piece of cardboard, it was just packaging that I used. It was this. Let me get it out of my basket. It was, you know, from Amazon. So I just made sure it was nice and squared off. I measured it an inch and I folded it in half. And then I cut it, let's see. No, I'll tell you in a moment. I'll open it up and tell you in a moment how wide that is, and then I just scored it and folded it in half. I just don't remember the measurements correctly. Then I take my crocodile. You can also use, which is the same size, you can use a regular paper punch from the Dollar Tree or from whatever store you have. You just line it up like this, go in here. There is your hole right there. You can see it, okay? But I'm not going to use that. It's too hard for me to use. And this one isn't much easier, but, oh dear. Okay, so then you're going to look inside, and once you see your hole, let me just move this over a little bit. Once you see your hole, punch. And then again, punch. And then again, punch. And now you've got your 3 holes. And everything should line up perfect. I won't put the rings on yet, but I'm putting them on the front and the back. I mean the hole reinforcers. So then I'll take my rings, and then I'll decide, you know, do I want lace on the side? Do I want a ruffle? That's backwards. It's not backwards. It's it's the next page. So everything matches up. See, all my holes match up by using that template. Just in case I use my crocodile for something else, I want everything to match up. So that's why I made the template. Because I might have to move this for some reason or another. Right now I have it at, let's see, I think it's 1 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. So this is at 1 inch right here. And I'm using the 1/16 hole, not the, no, I'm using the 1 inch hole, and it is at a 1/2 inch in, because this is an inch. I'm sorry, it's at 3/4 inch, because this is an inch long, and this is centimeters right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 centimeters. If you don't know how to use that, but use the big hole, okay? And this, you want it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 lines, whatever that is. 5 lines is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1/4 inch on that, on the crocodile. But if you make a template, you don't need it. You don't need to know. Just use the bigger circle in your crocodile. And if you want to use your, because I might use them on the front and the back, I may use the grommets, but I'm not going to use them throughout the book. It's not necessary. And I think it would make it really bulky. Okay, so we've already got 1 page and 2 pages. And I may put some lace here and leave the top open, glue up the bottom and the sides so that I can have a tag or a journaling card, or maybe, you know, a little booklet. Or I may put some lace down the bottom here to stick out this way, glue up this, and have this a side pocket. Or I may allow that to be open and put something on the inside of that page. You know, cover this, obviously take these out. I'd have to repunch it or do it to a different page. Like if I wanted this to come open like this, I'd cover this first with either tea stain paper or what have you. I also have pulled some things on my tray, which are some laces. I pulled some hankies. I need to wash these because they've been in my little storage drawer. So I might use some hankies in between pages or inside pages as a little like memento. You know, I might glue up the top and the bottom, and when you stick your hand in, you may pull out, you know, something like that. Or I could do, you know, cover this with something and make a pocket or something out of one of these. Well, these might be too big, but you can make an envelope out of them, which looks so pretty. Is this right? Yeah. So what you would do is, wait a minute, this is square, so there we go. So this would be a pretty envelope. Might be a little bit too big, but it's very simple to do. We can make an envelope for it. This one would be too big, but I could find a smaller one. Like this one's smaller. But they make beautiful. Hankies make gorgeous envelopes. Most hankies are square. So depending on the size, this might be smaller. So I would do, let's see, here, and here we go. I'd go there. Isn't this pretty? And here, I love hankies. Love hankies. And here, right? And then this would be the top. And we could put something really pretty in there. And then either have it here. Oh, that would be too big too, but we could make it smaller easily. I'm getting out of my, what I was going to show you today, but see, look. Now it's smaller and would fit just lovely. And put that in a pocket. I'd have to play with it. But anyway, or we could use it, we could cut it down and use it as a page in our journal. Like, so when you turn this, you have this as a page as well. See? So pretty. Or you can make them into anything. Oh, this is much smaller. Much smaller. So you just do this and then come over this way. You can glue it or sew it. I would obviously sew it because I love to hand stitch. But Isn't that pretty? And that would be your envelope. And then you could put something inside or what have you. It's not completely square, but you get the point. So I pulled out some hankies to decide what I'm going to do with those. And I do have some more laces beside me that I'll go through and put on my tray as well. And then I still have my little box of laces and trims of Angela Kerr's and a few of mine that I haven't used. And I thought I'd keep that out. And then I have some sari silk. I did fussy cut that to go on any page, probably more of a blank page. Say like this. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. So that came from the pink pages I showed you. Oh yeah, it goes here. So that, I think, is it. That's our little journal that we'll be making. This is these are 8.5 by 11, by the way, so it's 8 inches this way and almost a little bit more than 5 folded. And then this is 1.5 inches folded. Okay, so 1.5 inches. I scored it at, wait a minute, yeah, 1.5 inches, and I scored it at, well, I just folded it, so it becomes 3/4 of an inch folded. And that way I know that my rings are gonna fit. So just 1.5 inches, score it down the middle, fold it, and that will give you plenty of room so that your rings are all gonna fit and not pull out. Even without the ring reinforcers, they won't pull out. Okay, so that's it for today's video. And I will be back again soon with another video and hope to do Sunday stitches tomorrow. So you can use gold paint if you want on your rings. You can use what do you call them? Ink. You can use Distress ink. I also have some gold ink here that I use all the time for everything, distressing and everything. So that's it. Find my other reinforcers, which I'm sure are right here in my little package, but I can't find them. I'll be using some pages from the Graphic Fairies and some other things that I pulled out of my ephemera book. So that's it for today's video. Again, it's Paperomia, and I'll leave all the information in the description box below to all of their beautiful digitals. And do take a look, and I will see you in the next video. All right, everybody, take care. Be well, be safe, be kind to yourself and to others. And God bless. Love y'all. Bye.